Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel and today we are another time back with Aman and it's great to see you here Aman and
Thank
he's
you.
talking to us from Japan because he did an Erasmus, he's doing. The Erasmus period is not over yet, but you came to Japan just some time ago that when we did our last video, you were in
Yes,
India, I had been to India.
yes, exactly.
Now tell me,
Yes, thank you.
how are you feeling?
Thank you, Alessia, first of all, for having me again. And I feel very good, always back with you. I feel very enlightened to be on this channel, and I love to talk with you. You are really one gem of a person. Thank you for having me. And as of my experience for Japan, I just came here in March, 26th of March. And yeah, I landed for my Erasmus. I started my semester here, and then exploring new culture was my ideal goal for this Erasmus. And understanding the business strategies and also their management skills, how the job culture works in Japan. Uh, because I already heard about a lot of stereotypes from many people, but I wanted to explore it myself and go and check around in the details on how micromanaging and microculture happens takes place in jobs over here. So I saw it with a detailed point of view. It was amazing, and I must tell you, you have to visit Japan. It is the most amazing place to visit, I think. Yeah.
I hope, I hope that one day I will be able because I really
Yes.
value you. I really value your opinion. But now you are a
Yes.
real citizen of the world. For those who don't know, for those who didn't watch the previous video, Aman is an Indian engineer who graduated in India as a bachelor degree. Then he came to Italy. Now he's doing the master degree. He's finishing it. It would be just a matter of months. But before finishing the master degree, he came to Japan to do an Erasmus of 6 months in Tokyo. And
Yeah.
all of the professors at the University of Siena were really happy because of this reason. Because I mean, Japan is an international citizen, and they are happy to have him in Siena and to take some of the Japanese experience in Italy when he will be back. But Haman is not just traveling for studying or for working. He is traveling, as you said, for the sake of exploring the world, meeting new people, and exploring also the food, the traditions of other countries. And you said that you had a lot of stereotypes. So
Yeah.
now that you visited Japan, can you tell us if some of the things we say about Japan are exaggerated and they're not like we said?
Obviously, if we talk about the culture and the human nature, yes, I think it's absolutely true. They're very humble, they're very kind, and very generous people overall. And they have everything systemized in their life, in their culture, from the morning, from their home until the end of the night. They are very well structured. Everything in their task is oriented, and they are their own bosses, I would say. They work, yes, in a job culture, but their own bosses. And a new thing that I learned about the job culture here in Japan was the toxic work culture, that some people reviewed that it was very toxic. The managers and the higher CEO positions, they put pressure on younger professionals, and they challenge them to work for a longer period and a continuous time. So I haven't experienced fully this myself, but from the reviews or from the opinions that I've heard from other people, they told me that it sometimes it gets very toxic and it's very hard to represent this culture if we see from a western point of view. But if we look at it from the eastern point, the Asia kind of culture, we could say that this is helping them to grow and move forward in life, to connect with foreigners, because they are very you could say closed people, very restricted in themselves due to language barriers. They are not so familiar with English language. They want to learn, but they have very big problems of hesitation, of ignorance, and accepting new cultures because of the past history of the world wars and everything.
Yeah,
So yeah,
I can understand. I think that we say this
yes,
about Japan, that they work really a lot. This has happened them in the past. After the Second World War, Japanese
yes,
industries were the greatest. I think also now in some fields. But for example, Toyota manufacturing system
yeah,
taught to all industries in the world how to build cars, but also how to
yeah,
apply efficiency managerial methods to all the sectors. But
yes,
I can understand that they can be little close. They're an emerging country. They will be one of the greatest. They I think they are now.
they are almost, yeah,
Yeah. So if they work a lot, I think it's also hard to go out in the night, maybe to make new friends. Did you encounter this difficulty? But I don't think, because you are very extrovert, you are very outgoing. So I think that you made so many friends in Japan.
yes. Yeah, I already have so many people all over Japan. They're inviting me to their hometowns, Hokkaido, Osaka, Kyoto, Kobe. I have lost the number of count, how many people have invited me. But yes, it was very easy for me to make friends. As soon as I entered in Japan, I made the a Tokyo run club. I started my own running club with Japanese people in it, and we have 15 Japanese people together, and we run a lot together in parts. So yeah, I initiated this, and then after this, we also uh, got to know about each other's culture, and this was the turning point where I think for me, exercising and health and fitness, sports, it helped me connect to other people. That is why I'm so extrovert. I easily get along with people who play, who exercise well, who keep themselves healthy every day. They think about positive thoughts. They're not behind capitalism or materialism. So we created this small group of us to this journey. And yeah, for the workers, the job workers, I would say that in the night, the job culture is very toxic, as I already mentioned before. They are drinking a lot. These people, Japanese people, they are shifting to drinks, beers, alcoholic drinks to relieve their stress. That's what I observed here,
I didn't know.
to release the tension, to release the office tension, everyday working continuous hours, and under peer pressure also. If the manager invites them to drink, they must go for their good reputation, for their future growth in this company. They must go because they are so shy, so introvert. They are so hesitant to speak up for themselves. Maybe it is the culture, but if I look from the Western point of view, as I told you earlier, that then I think that they are lacking some kind of self intellect which is required to speak up for an individual.
Mhm.
But this thing I think is also a profitable thing. There is another side to it, that if together they understood this assignment, that's how they came up and rose up in the early 2000s. The Japan was the leading country for tech and for hardworking professionals. This is the reason that they communicated cumulatively, uh, communicated together with each other, and just came on to their best results. For 70 hours in a week, they are just working. They also apply this Kaizen technology, Kaizen learning technique in their workforce.
Improvement.
Yes, continuous
Continuous
improvement, continuous learning. Yes. And it was very beautiful. Our professor, I was learning, and our professor, Mr. Samudas Dusanke, he's from Sri Lanka, and he told us about this in very great detail. And I really like the enthusiasm from where he told it. So it was a great technology, a great learning technique.
Man, amazing, amazing. I didn't
Yeah.
know about this. A bit of a problem with they have with alcohol. I think it's
Mm.
understandable. You are very stressed with
Yes.
your work, and
Yes.
when you go out, you searching for ways to not to think about what you have to do every day, and to help you distract, since you worked a lot, you need
Yes.
energy, which can come from other substances. But
True.
from this point of view, I remember that in India, for example, it's a bit different than here, because the
Yeah.
young people especially women, they can only move away from the houses of their parents if they get married. So in Japan, is it like that, or at 18, when they are 18, they go away?
I think Japan, earlier Japan, if you think the older Japan, yes, it was similar like this, but now for sure it has changed. The Western American culture has influenced a lot the Japanese culture, I would say, because I have seen a lot of American people here residing and moving to this country for living. And yeah, I mean, they are totally independent, they are free of anybody, they have their own choices, but they respect each other. That is the most important thing. Even after the kids, they move out at 18, they can move out. If they want to live with the parents, they can live with the parents. Usually what happens that smaller places, smaller cities like Osaka, Kyoto, Kobe, these all come to Tokyo. People from these cities come to Tokyo to study. So their parents send them here to study, and they will do their 3 to 4 year course, like in my dormitory where I'm staying. And they do this for 4 years of a designated course, and then they will decide whether to work in Tokyo or to go back to their city or maybe move abroad for their job opportunities. So yeah, as you mentioned, it's very different. It's more like American culture of independence.
Is it true that the competition is very high, so you can find job opportunities only if you graduate from a very prestigious university, and so you have very difficult exams to enter the university, or is it a bit different than China? Because I know that this is very true, especially in China.
Normal jobs, if we talk about not high class tier, not one class tier one or class three jobs, yes, you can get easily. But the white collar jobs, you need to be graduated here for sure. Only the graduate people. And even after graduating, you need to have a certain level of English language skill. So if you have that, then you have more preference in every multinational company.
And for about the language, did you manage to learn some of Japanese? I know it's very hard.
Yes, it was very difficult for me, but I am learning. I have tried to learn some words, some basic vocabulary while my stay, like konnichiwa, arigato gozaimasu, itadakimasu, and then gosau, itadasimasu, and some words like I'm confused, but still I'm learning. I'm learning a lot. Ohayo gozaimasu is like good morning, and then yeah, I'm learning slowly.
Obviously, you did more than how I did in India. When I came to India with Aman, it was 10 days and I did what I could, but it was
Yeah.
a bit hard. And
Yes.
from this perspective, what are your plans for the next months? You said that on August you will be in back in India, and then
Yes.
you will come back to Italy. But from a long-term perspective, what are your objectives in the future?
As of now, I was the other day I was planning about my career and my objectives in my life. Glad that you asked this question. I plan to settle in Europe, of course. I will make a short-term stay in India for a month after August and then get back to Italy. And I would like to really work in the European work culture, which I have heard so many stories from you as well. Seeing you as an example, I want to work for the community as well. I want to learn basically what are the job etiquettes. How do you manage multiple tasks in European work culture? How is the job environment, the work complexity, and many other uh, different things as compared to India? So I definitely want to work in Italy, and for a long term stay, I would like to settle down in Italy, in one of the main cities of Florence, the beautiful Florence, maybe Rome or Milan. There are some very great options, but I need to find my sector in which I want to enter. Most likely, it would be marketing, management, and logistics is also my backup, but mainly I'm focusing on marketing and management for now.
And amazing, as you know, would be so glad to have you here. You are a very
Thank you.
prestigious resource you can bring. As we said, you are very expert, smart-minded. If you have to
Thank
give
you.
instructions, you know immediately what to do. But you are also creative, so I see you very good, very easily as uh, someone who directs people because I can easily see how you would be able to tell people what to do because you have a big fantasy, but also as an entrepreneur. So as we said before, in Japan, the hours are very long. I think that here in Italy we work less, and I think that
Yes.
many problems that we have here in Italy that are low wages, uh, that are due to low productivity. So we work much less than they do in
Yes.
Japan, and so we have many problems. We are down with innovation and we have low wages. From this perspective, would you see yourself as an entrepreneur or as someone working in a company?
Initially, I was inclined towards entrepreneurship, and I wanted to open my business in Italy. And gladly, I would love to do my business and share my skill set with people of Italy. And the only thing that had made me choose to work is my work visa. That is very important for me. First of all, to stay in Italy. To stay in Italy, I have to have a work visa of at least 2 years now. So for this, I need a work contract. And for a work contract, I need a job. So I had to shift my plans suddenly because of this. But it's okay. I take it as a challenge. I take it as a good thing. I am still very motivated to do this job. I take it as an opportunity. I'm not like denying this. I chose this for myself, so I am ready for it, and I would like to work first, grab my certifications, my work visa, and stabilize myself, and then maybe later on in life continue with the work, with the entrepreneurship, and of course on the side by side, uh, as a second option, there is always entrepreneurship in Italy.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
this is a good plan. You can start
Yes.
a few years working for a company and then creating
Yeah.
your own your own company. Yeah, from this point of view, I think that in Italy it's not very easy to create a company, but I think that you can have very bright ideas because you've had them in the past. I remember also when we were doing the master degree, you really had some good ideas. We made a lot of exams. For example, I
Yes.
remember this big exam. I don't know if you remember, which is called Marketing and Innovation Management
Yeah.
with
Yes.
a very famous
Professor
professor.
Murja.
Yeah,
Yeah.
here we say hi to
I remember.
Professor Murja, who taught
Yes.
us a lot of things, especially that
Yeah.
exam was one of the exams that taught me the greatest part of what I know because we
Yeah.
had to create a marketing plan from the start to the end. We
Yes.
had to contact a company, a real
Company.
company, and
Company.
take some
Yeah.
information and then create this marketing plan. And as you said, you see yourself working in marketing in the future, and it is possible that one of your tasks would be to build this marketing plan for a company or
Plan.
for your own company. And I think that it would be a good idea. And in
Yeah.
India, your family, how is it going with your family? Because I know there was some problems with the war with Pakistan, but is it
Yeah.
okay the situation now?
Now the situation is balanced. Everything is under control. Things were very high tensed, yes, between the two countries, but this is the operation of the world. This is how world works now. So there is always some kind of political movement, and every now and then it disrupts. But the only problem that I face is that genuine innocent people lose their lives in the war between the top level of delicacies that can be handled very easily by talks. There is no need of armory or heavy wars which are destroying our human culture. So it is a very deep topic for me, and I hope that we can always resolve things by just talking and not by harming anybody, because in the end it's all about humanity. We are humans, we need to understand, we have brains, we have extra knowledge. That's what makes us different from animals. So I think we have to learn a lot. We have to learn at every moment of our life. We cannot stop at 25 and say, oh, I learned a lot, now I know everything. You can never know anything. I this in this my opinion, that you can, at every age you have something to learn about life, about yourself. There is no person that is fully self aware of himself. It is not possible that you can gain everything, every knowledge in this world all by yourself. It can only be gained by sharing, by surrounding yourself with similar thoughts of people, similar kind of motivated people. You need to go together as a team, all together as a team, not only one. And it's very hard to understand this by some people because of the face mask that is in front of them of capitalism, materialism, socialism. So I don't know how, but I hope that we get to it fast as soon as possible, that we stop this insanity and we get to the human level of it and just start treating each other with respect and work towards a shared goal together as a community. In this is my valuable feedback that I want to spread to the world.
Very, very wise words. I really appreciate this intervention because you said a lot of good things, and I think the concept here is kaizen, so continuous improvement.
Yes,
That if you learn every
exactly.
day, your life will be better. You cannot stop learning, and
Yes,
yeah, to reconnect this concept with what you said about wars. I mean, a very serious topic, but from a more light point of view, I I think about also the impact that wars have on economics, so on investments, stocks, bonds, and so on.
yes.
Are you developing some new strategies for your portfolio with respect to reacting to economical instability?
Yes, we certainly did not get impacted as high as we think because of the tensions between the two countries. But yes, we are continuously improving ourselves. Some strategies that we increased after this was globally inviting global investors. We were ready to have new global investors invest in our team. For example, a great friend of mine, he has his own pharmaceutical company, and he's expanding on a really big scale now. So he's trying to expand his area, his base all over Europe. So he's getting into the international market as well, just not only in India. So yeah, his strategy is to maximize his sales all over the world, and then he's trying to establish new base in Europe, in Asia, North Asia, and East Asia as well. So he's trying like really hard to get into it. But the overall strategy, I would say, is to always think globally, not only for one place, but think globally of a business. That if your technique of your strategy is viable only in one place or in multiple places, can it be used in other uh, different countries as well? Because we also have to consider the factor of cultural appropriation, which is very important. A lot of businesses are aligned to cultures. Like for example, Maggie is a product of noodles in India, spicy product. But in Japan or in America or in Europe, that same product cannot be sold on larger scale. The people of India like this product, but due to other cultures, that it differs. So every culture has a different product, a specific type that they prefer. So we have to think globally, in my opinion. And in Japan, I learned a lot about cultural appropriation, how to respect other cultures, because they are very tolerating with foreigners. I have seen many foreigners breaking laws here. They don't respect the Japanese culture. They are creating nonsense, nuisance in the streets, in open places, in the metros, which is very disturbing for them. But they are still not. They are not speaking up, but they are very very disturbed by this. So I can see on their faces when somebody is doing something wrong and how they are disturbed. So every person should consider this. It's not that you should not take them for granted. You have to think of their personal space and how they have let you come in their own personal space. They have accepted you, invited you. So these are some certain things to take care of. But overall, I think now Japan's technology has been on a hold. This is what I learned from a new point, that America is more advanced than Japan now, because in early 2000s when Japan was on the top, they they manufactured and they sold globally everywhere. And Japan's product image is that it will go on forever. No product of Japan is like easily ruptured or broken down. They make it for longer terms. So they make a good a permanent solution. For example, you mentioned Toyota cars, Honda cars. They are still working and they are working perfectly fine. So they are very good at engineering and making long term things. So I think this 40 to 50 years after 2000, I think they are going to be slow for them because they have made one this boom of industrialization, and now it's time for America to come up again, and then they are gonna rule the world in digitalization. This is what I learned or observed, because for my period of stay of 5 months, I saw the transition of my thoughts in myself. First of all, I was very amazed by the technology, but slowly, continuously studying, learning every day about the world as well, I made this opinion that now Japan is stagnant. It's on a stable platform. So America will now take over. In my opinion, this is the future perspective that I wanted to share with you.
Oh, that's very interesting. I can understand that this is how it
Yeah.
works in Japan. You said, for example, before about Abhishek Mittal, who has a pharmaceutical company, and I just wanted to say that maybe we
Yeah.
can invite him in the future for a YouTube video. I mean,
Yes.
I'm sure we will do it. But about
Yes.
the economics between America and Japan, I can understand that Japan has made very strong products that they will last for long, and so
Yeah.
maybe people they buy it once and they can use it for a long period of time. So
Yeah.
this is one of the reasons why American products sold make much more revenues, especially also China
Exactly.
products. I think that
Yeah.
China products are the quality of China products is much lower, and
Yes.
they buy a lot of China products in the world. But Japan has a higher identity. They have a stronger tradition, in my opinion, while China has not. And so I really like Japan for this reason because they don't want to be accepted. They don't want to make a lot of money, but this is more sustainable because the
Yeah.
identity is what will remain in the future, is what make people make new babies and make people happy. And while
Yeah.
China is only producing and producing and just
Yes.
exploring new markets, the Temu is the perfect example of what China has
Yeah.
been doing for the past years. So they
Right.
produce a lot, but they don't understand if this is sustainable or not. Temu is not sustainable for so many reasons, but also from the environmental point of view.
Exactly.
While
Yeah.
what Japan is doing is based on concrete values like
Yeah.
quality, like tradition, like being kind to each other.
Yeah.
I can understand that some tourists will go to Japan, and at first it will be hard, but if you stay there for years, I am sure that Japanese people will treat you like one of them, and
Yeah.
this is very very wonderful. About
Yes.
the everyday spending, did you have trouble like choosing how much to spend and trying to save some money in Japan? I know it's hard because the prices in Tokyo are they high.
Yes, it's true. Tokyo is very expensive. Tokyo is the most expensive city here. But as compared to Europe, it was not so difficult to make the transition. But still, me coming from India, I know how it works, the balance between India and Western Europe. So I can have a great, much more clear idea. My mind automatically calculates the Indian amount and the European amount whenever I see the Japanese product price to buy. So I can easily compare with it. But yes, for sure, coming from India, I think things are expensive here. And coming from Europe, I think it's average, more or less. A normal person would find it expensive because of the low wages in Europe, but overall it is expensive. The city is very expensive for food, for traveling, and for daily movement. You need to spend a lot, in my opinion. Yes,
Mm.
for daily expenses are much higher than India,
Well,
for sure.
are you eating in your house every day and cooking, or are you going outside to eat every day at lunch and dinner?
Me personally, I have the meal plan here in my dormitory. I already paid for it before coming here, so I cook. I eat every day in the mensa, the canteen, and the food is much good. The balanced food, they provide a very good quality food here. So I'm happy with the food content that I took this meal plan before coming here, because it is all included in the meal. Only the lunch I am doing sometimes outside, sometimes cooking inside. So it's expensive but manageable, as I already worked for 6 months in Italy. So I have some money saved for me. But I'm managing quite well, I think, here.
Yeah, understandable. Thinking about food, I really miss Indian food.
Yeah.
I'm telling myself
You are the biggest fan of Indian food.
I will go back to India soon because I
Yes.
will miss the food, especially the roti, and
Yeah.
I love it.
Yes. The India is also waiting for you. We have a lot of things to explore. We missed last time. We will go to the south of India this time when you come, and it would be another experience for you. It's going to be hot, but it is going to be a good experience for you.
Thanks a lot, man. I know that I will be hosted like last time, and
Yeah.
also for you when you will come back to Italy, you will be hosted like one of the family because you are one of the family. And I take this opportunity to make birthday wishes to your mom because it's her
Thank you.
birthday today, and
Thank you so much. Yeah.
she's seeing this video.
Yeah.
Really happy birthday to Miss Paul.
Thank you. Thank you so much. They were here for with me for 10 days, the last 10 days. And today she parted in the morning, and she has celebrated this birthday in the air. So it's her first birthday online in the air. So yeah,
Now, what did
it's a good
they
thing.
reach India now, or are they still in flight?
Yeah, yeah, they landed safely and now they're headed to home, to the north part of India.
They took the plane to New Delhi,
Yes.
then
And from there they go to Chandigarh,
amazing,
the
amazing.
beautiful city.
I
Yeah.
remember when I came to New Delhi, I landed. I thought that I had to book an hotel. I came out
Yeah.
of the airport and I found a man that was waiting for me, and he did
Yes.
4 hours of driving in the car. It was 3 a.m. in the morning. I will never thank
Yes.
you again for this because I would have had so many trouble like searching for the hotel, and you made
Yeah.
it so easy for me. So
So, but did you notice, Alessio, one thing, this cultural appropriation thing, how you and your culture is like living in the east part, in the western part, and how we are living here. So you see this differences. This there is some beauty in this. I really like this because I learned your culture when I came to Italy. It was beautiful experience for me, and when you came here, I got to share my culture with you, my ideas with you, and I was so happy to share it with you because I genuinely wanted you to learn about my culture, which you I think saw by my dedication on how I was always talking to you, disturbing you.
no, you are not disturbing. It was great. And this thing enriches the people. I think that here the problem is that in some countries there are so many people coming, and the home country has this difficult task to try to teach something to the
Yes.
new people that are coming without losing. Because in Italy,
Yeah.
especially a lot of left wing parties, they want
Yes.
the other people to teach us, and they want us to forget all of the
Forget.
Italian traditions. I think it's
Yes.
important to keep our Italian traditions and
Yes.
try to enrich others. Be enriched
Yes.
by new people, but don't lose our traditions. This is very
It's true.
important.
Yeah. Like learning new culture is very good, but also make them aware about your own culture.
Exactly. Yes.
Yes. So keeping this in mind, I think it's very beautiful. These moments are very beautiful to me when somebody is learning, accepting without any hate, without any judgments. You just come and learn. Of course, it is hard to trust, but naturally we got to build trust in the university. Fortunately, we were very lucky to have known you, Francesco, and other guys. So we were lucky to have made this bond. But I'm very openly inviting all of you to India any time of the year. Any I'm there or not, there is my family for you. Everything is sorted. I even told Francesco for this.
Yeah.
Whenever he wants, he should just tell me and just come to India, and everything is sorted for them.
Thanks. Francesco for sure knows that he is welcome, and we take this
Yeah.
opportunity to say hi to him,
Hi to
but
Francesco.
also
Yes.
to tell him to fuck off because he didn't came to India last time, but
Yeah.
this time he will do it. So
He's very busy in his own schedule. Maybe, yeah, he will figure it out soon because this time will never come again. This is the only time where we do hard work, we travel the world, we balance actually everything. It's not possible to do everything, but we try to balance. This is the human tendency,
yeah,
so that we do not lose or we do not miss out on anything in our old age, that we don't regret that, oh, we couldn't do this, or we didn't do that, we could have done that. That is the most
no,
regrettable thing that you cannot do. Time cannot be undone. So
no regret is the worst thing. You must
yeah.
prioritize things, but traveling to a different country is
Yes.
so much worth it. It's very worth it. And so you have to do it.
Yeah. I'm also very fortunate about the mindset that is being given to me, the kind of knowledge that is given to me by my parents, by my friends, by people like you, and by God, most of all, that He's continuously putting me into the right direction on how my mindset should inspire other people. Not just think about your own self, but after completing yourself, think about others as well. That is a true leader who thinks about other people. If you only think about yourself, then you cannot ever be a leader, because that is selfish behavior. People who have moved past this thing have really made and created a difference in this world.
Yeah,
And those people are not even famous actually. They just like work on the lower level. They keep working silently. They don't need any fame, they don't need any money. They just want to help people. They're true leaders who are actually helping. And in India there are multiple people, like true multiple leaders, who are actually helping other people to grow. And I think there cannot nothing be beautiful than this and more hardworking than this. Even I am not available because I am also selfishly working towards my goals and money and everything. We are in this circle already, but I'm glad that I can identify this. I have this mindset, this beautiful mindset, and I thank every day for my life and for my parents, my friends. So gratitude is the only thing I can offer, and I'm nothing but a just simple human being, and I want to inspire other people. That is my goal, that is my motto.
amazing, amazing. Very much wise words, and I can guarantee you that you are not selfish because you a
Yeah.
lot of times, all of the time, you think about other people, but also Japan is teaching us that everyone can be a leader. I remember when I used to
Yes.
study about lean management and Toyota production system, total quality systems, they teach that everyone can be a leader, even if you are just a small worker. You can teach others
Yeah.
and be part of the large organization, which can be the company or the world, with your example. So I want to say thank you so much for participating
Thank
in
you.
this meeting because I I just took 1 hour of your time. I think that you are very busy in Japan because you are studying a lot. You have to
Yes.
learn how to behave, how to eat, how to
Yeah.
work in a different country. So I really thank you for giving us 1 hour
Thank
of
you
your time to
for
talk
having
about
me.
Japan.
Yes.
And I think that next video you will be gone to Australia or China or
Yeah.
who knows, and you will tell us
Who
about
knows? Yeah.
that country.
I hope to learn about new cultures and just keep inspiring people. So yes, I'm very lucky, and I also told you before, I'm glad to be here on this platform with you, and I would be definitely come every time you invite me. I think 1 hour is not a big deal. In fact, it's 2 a.m. here in the morning, but in the Japan time, because it is the land of rising sun. So, but it's not a problem. So
I didn't know, man.
yeah.
Sorry for keeping
It's all right. It's all right.
night.
Yeah.
I hope the alarm is not early next morning for you.
Now, this is a time to rise and shine. This is the time. If we have to sacrifice sleep, it's okay because I am ready to sacrifice sleep for some good moments and good inspirational quotes and time with people like you.
Man, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Thank
And
you.
I
Thank you so
say
much.
konnichiwa to
Konnichiwa.
everyone.
Arigato gozaimasu. Sayonara. It's like goodbye.
Sayonara. Man, see you in next video. Thanks again.
Thank you. See you.
And
See you, man.
bye.
Have a good one. Bye
Thanks.
bye.